Hello and welcome. How everybody? It's 10:59. We start in about 1 minute. Our topic of discussion today is the 4 steps to success. We will have an amazing, amazing, amazing time today. So get ready and let's get started. If you have any questions, just post them while I'm talking and I will get to them as soon as I can. Hello, Ramaji. How are you? Hi, Shovik. How are you? Happy Teachers Day to you as well. Just getting ready and prepared for this amazing, amazing session. I am so excited about this beautiful session. I can't tell you, it's going to be amazing. So let's get started. It's 11 a.m. So, what will we do is we'll have a couple of stories and then we'll go deeper into discussion. It's about 15, 20, 25 minutes of a session. So, don't worry, it's not too long. For everybody who does not know me, I am Dr. Saurabh Bidani. And for you to be here and listen to me, there are a few reasons. One, I've successfully done 3 startups. I've successfully managed teams up to 50 people directly and 150 people indirectly. I've successfully created many managers from the age of 22 to 35. I am a human evolution entrepreneur. I am a joy catalyst. I'm the only mental health therapist who teaches energy healing and psychological betterment. And I have over 22,000 clients across the globe. Welcome, Premji. How are you? And happy Teachers Day to you as well. So now that you know of my credentials, you know you're in the right place. My journey in this lifetime began, of course, when movements happened for me. I used to move houses every 4 years. In fact, my success and my failures are across 10 cities and almost every continent on this planet. My startups that I was successful with were in US, Europe, and India. And this journey, when I started off, was very different. But during my last startup, I realized that my true calling was to work with people, to show them that they can go beyond the potential they believe they are. And this is what makes me different. And my journey is unique. I have taken a goal of changing the lives of 10 million people, reaching 22, almost 23,000 by now, and hopefully reaching more. My enlightenment came when I was sitting one day reading a book in Manali on the windowsill, watching the sunset. And as the sun descended and darkness spread across, a beautiful wave spread across my body, a tingling, a sensation, a realization of my true purpose, which was to help people realize what their potential is. And this begins our journey of today's session, which is the 4 steps to success. How many of you know a lady called Lata Khare? A known name, an unknown name, a very common name in Maharashtra. Her full name is Lata Bhagwan Khare. Her uniqueness will be explained in the next few minutes. In a village, there were two people. An elderly people, the woman was about 64, 65. The man was about 67, 68. They used to farm for their livelihood and they used to continue that on a day to day basis as they had been for many, many, many years. And one day, The man came back pretty unwell from the farm. The woman touched his forehead and he had some fever and he was coughing feverishly. So they rushed to the nearest hospital, which was about a couple of villages away. They showed it to the doctor, and the doctor said, I can't do much. He needs to be taken to a larger hospital because there is something really serious. The wife was completely lost. They could hardly make their ends meet. Now they had to focus on getting this man treated, her husband. They didn't have money to go to a hospital in the city, but she did. How did she do that? She went and begged money of her neighbors, and they all, being good Samaritans, contributed to help her take her husband to see the doctor in the city. So they went to a hospital and were waiting their turn patiently. At the reception, when their turn came, most of the money she had collected had to be given as fees. And she was just thankful that she would be able to meet the senior doctor. As she met with her husband, the doctor examined and said he needs to do a lot of tests and needs to be hospitalized for him to get better. Her heart sank. She felt miserable. She was going to lose the lover of her life, the person she spent many, many, many years because she did not have the money to take care of him. As they slowly started walking out towards the bus stand, which will take them back to the village, there was a samosa seller. With the small money they had, all they could afford was two samosas for their meal. So they took those two samosas, wrapped in a newspaper. And as she opened the newspaper and she was eating her samosa, she saw an advertisement for a race. And anyone who wins the race gets a lot of money. She was elated. The race was the very next day. She went in her sari, the Maharashtrian sari she had, to the organizers and she requested to be made a part of this race. Of course, the organizers said, No way. आपने अपनी हालत देखी है कोई चप्पल नहीं कोई आउटफिट नहीं you can't run this marathon. But she was adamant. She wanted to be there. She begged, she prodded, she proved, she fumed. She used her old age and her being a lady as manipulations to attend this race. The organizers relented and let her join the race for the sake of it. Where she's not going to win, it's okay. Let her join. All right, you join the race. Fine. All that was on her mind was she is going to win. She has never ever run a race or a marathon in her life. And here she was, all of 64, 65, running for her husband's life. And she ran. Earlier, people laughed at her as people laughed at the emperor who wore no clothes. How can a sari clad, barefoot woman run? But she ran. And as she ran, the laughter, the jokes changed to amazement, changed to encouragement, changed to excitement. She won. Yes, she won. The lady who would have people would have been happy with if she actually finished the race, won the race. And she was able to treat her husband. This lady was Lata Bhagwan Khare. Why am I telling you this story? The four steps to success for any person are being completely absorbed, believing in your goal, deciding on the right company, and finally having the grit and the determination of winning. I would like to thank at this moment Gaur Gopal Das for this inspiration of this workshop. Now let us go deeper into being absorbed. Lata Khare was completely absorbed in her goal on a day to day basis. We want to be absorbed, right? We want to be so focused that we can't think of anything else. The technical word is flow. Where can we get that kind of inspiration to keep us absorbed? As a child, I remember whenever I was absorbed, my tongue would come out. I would be working like that. My mother knew at that point of time I was totally into the situation or the event. It was creating something out of thermocol or working on the video. When I was at video, working on VCRs at that point of time, or creating my mixtapes. I was totally absorbed. We all have those moments every single day when we got so lost in a particular thought that all our five senses, the ears, the eyes, the nose, the taste, and the feeling, is all inward. But you will say, Saurabh, that's easy for you to say. It's not easy to do. Let's talk about a practical tool. But before that, please, 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 if you're liking this, press the like button. I love that. I love to hear it. I have to see the like buttons. For all those watching the recording later, you also press the like buttons. And of course, subscribe to my channel. So, the practical tool of learning, being so mentally absorbed in flow, is this. Every day, focus 1 minute on your breathing. Just close your eyes, and we're going to do that now. I'm going to set the timer, and all of us are going to spend 1 minute focusing on our breathing. Hey Siri, set 1 minute timer.
Okay, 1 minute and counting.
Ready. Just focus on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. 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 And if your focus is dwindling, that's okay. Just bring it back. Don't fight. Don't get upset. Just bring it back. Breathe in and breathe out. 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 And we're done. All this is what you need to do. Now, after you do this for about 10 days, you're going to change your focus. So let's say I have this card. If you can all see it, it says something here. I can't show you what it says. I guess the camera is not capturing that. But let's say it's a white card, okay? Just focus on it for like 1 minute. Just keep looking at it. So you pick anything. You can pick a pen, not a phone. Okay? So pen, whatever you need to, just pick it and keep focusing. And that's it. So 1 minute of focus. This teaches you flow, absorption, being in focus. We all know how to do it. We do it for things we love. For work, we need to do it for things we may not love so much or not want to do at that point of time or want deeper concentration. It helps for students when you're doing exams. When you are feeling bored of reading a subject, start by reading one page, just one page. That's it. See, I used to be an ardent reader, I used to be an avid reader, and I then lost it. So I got back to it by reading one page at a time. And now I read again very fast. All right? Simple and easy. This is how you get into absorption. The second one is B with belief. A for absorption, B for belief. Belief. What did Lata Kare believe? That she needs the 5,000 and she is going to win. No other thing. She believed she will enter the race. Everything was there. So with her belief, all the obstacles just started moving away. People bow down to beliefs. They give up when you truly believe. Let me give you an example of my life. Okay. So in my last job, I was working with a startup. And while I was interviewing, I told the CEO of the company, look, hire me only if you'll give me 6 months. Because I believe in 6 months, transformation happens. He said, okay. 1 month went by, business was not happening. 2 months went by, business was not happening. 3 months went by, and he called me for coffee. And he said, let's part ways. And I said, okay, but you gave me 6 months. So I'm going to ask you for one more month. He said, what will you do in 1 month that you haven't done in 3 months? I said, you watch. And lo and behold, everything transformed, changed completely for the better. The company made plenty of money. Where does that belief come from? Intuition, trust, knowing that you can do it. How do I create that belief in my life? Because I know I can do a lot of things, but there's so many judgments out there, so many people out there who just keep on saying, no, you are horrible. No, no, no. There's negative people, right? Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Don't fight them. Take a notebook. I have a notebook here that I do, and write down in one line what you believe you can do. I believe I can get 10 customers. Write it. Every single day, write that same line. I believe I can get 10 customers. I believe I can get 95%. But write only what you believe. Okay? Your belief can change over time for sure, but whatever the belief is at the moment, stay with that. Don't go with saying, you know what, let me just be Ambani since Saurabh said it. Do you believe it? Don't try fate. Believe it. When you're writing it, every single day, observe your alphabets. Your belief will come in the most beautiful handwriting. So you can't type it on a computer. It has to come in the most beautiful handwriting. And as your belief gets stronger, your handwriting will become consistent. Your each alphabet as you write it will be consistent with the last line and the last line and the last line. This creates a balance in your left side and the right side. We will talk about that in a moment, but it creates a balance. And I would like to thank one of my dearest friends, Devinder, for showing me this beautiful exercise. So, when you write each day a belief, and you will write this every single day, and when that goal is achieved, you will start writing a new belief. Okay? Till it's achieved, you will keep writing it every single day. Only when the consistency happens from one line to another line, that means the alphabets are similar, the size maybe 1920, but mostly it looks the same to the naked eye, and it's the most beautiful handwriting. That's when you know you believe, and when you believe, the world believes. When your writing is consistent, your left brain, which is your practical side, and your right brain, which is your creative side, becomes one. And that's when you know all of you, which means you, the conspiring universe, every single person is now behind you, ready to make your dreams come true. Try it at work. If you're a homemaker and you're having maid problems, try it out. It will work. If you're a parent and having children issues, try it out. It will work. If you're a child and having parent issues, try it out. It will work. If you're having issues with studies, try it out. It will work. If you're a CEO, try it out. It will work. If you're the prime minister of a country, try it out. It will work. Okay? B is for belief. C. C is for the company you keep. Now, Lata had a beautiful support system. Remember Lata, who we just spoke about in the beginning of the story? In her family, which was her village. They gave her money and they made her belief stronger. Her upbringing was such that she really, in the matter of adversity, always had a belief that she could do it. And when that belief left her, when she was coming out of the hospital, the universe conspired to get that belief back to her. So when you have great company, great people around you who always say, yes, Saurabh, yes, Saurabh, yes, Saurabh. Or who do we have here? We have Vishali, Polly, Jagdeep, Prem, Shovik, Rama, Vish. Yes, 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 each one of you, yes, you all can do it. That's when you know you have great company. And it's not easy to have it in the beginning. Now, this is again from a book, and I've tried this out practically. When you don't have great company, I would like you to do this practical exercise. Every night after your meal, when you're supposed to digest your meal, just go into a quiet room and sit down, maybe on the ground, preferably. But if you can't, chair is okay, but preferably on the ground. You just sit. And you imagine the most important leaders sitting with you with your eyes closed. Elon Musk has come, Steve Jobs has come, Prime Minister Modi has come, Atal Bihari Vajpayee has come, Mahatma Gandhi has come, Albert Einstein has come. Now, 8, 10 people who come there. And imagine you sitting on this long, long, long dining table. Just imagine. While you are at the head of the table, and all these guests of yours are just sitting, and watch them talking to each other. Don't have any conversation with them. Just have the see the sitting there. They may be having conversation, they may be quiet, there's food on the table. Just observe what's happening. Don't do anything else. Just observe what's happening. Okay? As you observe, you will feel it'll the subconscious will start feeling good. I've got so many great people, great leaders who inspire me sitting here. And be there and just do that. Now, on the second night, just pick a conversation with one of them, whoever you choose. Just go, take your dining chair where you're sitting, which is also has wheels, so you can just move it, and go sit with anyone who you want to talk to, and ask them, "How are you doing?" Again, no other conversation, just how are you doing, and they will talk to you. Of course, this is all in your mind and all your imagination, of course, but the responses will come. Okay. Third day, whatever questions you may have, be it with your work, be it with your home issues, or be it with your school issues, ask those questions. You will get a response. And slowly, as you go along, you can engage the larger group of people, and you will have this best group of people who are your cheerleaders, who are going to support you in everything you do, being there with you every step of the way. Of course, it's always great to have people who are there in real life. Starting with this exercise, as you do, you will realize more and more people in the real life coming and joining you and supporting you. It is just so amazing how things will just transform. People who you thought will never support you in their life are going to support you. And you move forward. Remember, be absorbed, believe, and now have the right company. Anyone who's putting you down, disconnect with them for the time being. You don't need negative talk because you yourself are your worst critic. How many more people do you need to say negative about you? When we do our work, we are so focused on making sure everything is perfect that we will criticize ourselves. So we don't need anybody else to do it for us. We know where we've gone wrong. So, best company to keep. Now, the last thing is D, determination. While Lata joined the race, her determination got her to the end. She did not flogger any point of time or stop any point of time from her determination. She was determined not to finish, but to win. And that's what you need to have. There is no plan B. There are no escape routes. There is only one thought. So, whenever you are in a space of business, you may have a plan B, but please don't look at it. Focus on plan A and get it done. You will get it done. Yes, you may need to pivot certain parts of plan A, but that doesn't mean you give up on plan A because whatever plan A was got you through focus, belief, getting to the right company, it is the right path. So keep your determination strong. I'll give you an example of my life now. I was in my MBA. I finished my first or the second semester, something like that. And every single person was having a internship except for me. India से आया हुआ लड़का didn't have much experience in work. Who's going to give him internship? I applied everywhere. Of course, I got no calls. Then one of my friends would apply to a company. I was in Phoenix at that point of time, and the heat of Phoenix, the summer, internship in the summer. Nobody really wants to do it. It's like really hot desert, right? So he got an opportunity to work with GM. So he left his internship, and I overheard that. I went to him and I confirmed, hey, this is happening. He said, yes. I had the number of the HR manager of the company where he was supposed to do the internship in Phoenix. So since I knew this, I sent a message, hey, how are you? Hope everything's good. I haven't heard back from you. Would love to hear from you. Sent a message. I left a phone message for her. In the US, there is voicemail for most of the people, so I left a voicemail. And I did that continuously for 30 days. If I told anybody this, they would be like, are you mad? Are you crazy? You're like a stalker. It wasn't. It was my determination. On the 31st day, she picked up the phone and said, can you come to the office the next day? I said, okay, sure. Of course, I shared this with no one at all because I didn't want to be pulled down. I was determined to get the internship. When I went in to her office, she had this piece of paper. She said, here's your offer letter, and I'm giving you this because of your persistence and your determination. I have not seen anybody who would persist me for 30 days with one phone call and one email every single day at the same exact time. Determination gets you there. So, to summarize, A, B, C, and D. A is for absorption focus, what they also call being in the flow. B is for believing. C is for having the right company. And D is for being determined and making sure you do what you set out to do. I am Dr. Saurabh Bidani. I'm a mental health therapist and a human evolution entrepreneur. I look forward to hearing stories from you about how you use these tools to make a success of your life, of your company, of your teams, of your people. And by the way, you can use this on teams as well. If your teams are not working well, put all of these tools across and use them. Please feel free to use them across. They do work. Like I said, I have 3 successful startups. I have used these tools across startups and they absolutely work to the hilt. It's a matter of you now taking the next step to try. I'm going to see you all next week with another chapter on holistic leadership and growth. Till then, thank you so much. If you'd like to know more about me, of course, you can follow this channel. You can like. Please like this video if you're liking it. Please share the video if you liked it. If you're on Instagram, I am doc.sp on Instagram. Thank you again so much for watching. And my website is docsp.in. God bless and have a wonderfully successful life ahead. I will close with a single chant of Om. Whoever chooses to, you can join me. Thank you so much, everybody who has joined. God bless. Oh. This is for your growth and for your success.